Hometown History, brought to you by Forest Hill Cemetery.
Abraham Lincoln once said, "Any nation that does not honor its heroes will not long endure." We have so many heroes to thank, to honor. It's Hometown History Time here on This and That, and we are here at the National Medal of Honor Museum in Hickson, Tennessee. It's unbelievable how the Medal of Honor has been intertwined with Chattanooga for so many years.
Absolutely, James, absolutely. Beginning with the medal in the Civil War, this is the area which the first medals were awarded for action in 1862. So we are the home of the Medal of Honor, literally, with the actions that occurred here. And then in 1863, we had additional medals awarded for Chickamauga and Chattanooga. And today we honor 8 additional men from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam from this area who received the Medal of Honor. Well, the museum is the Medal of Honor Museum of Military History, and we do 2 things here. We tell the military history of the United States, beginning actually with the Revolutionary War. The medal didn't exist then, but for completeness' sake, we start with that. Going through the Civil War, and in a chronological sequence, walking clockwise around the room, you can visit all of the wars and see some examples of various Medal of Honor recipients. From beginning in the Civil War, there were 1,523, to the Indian Wars, the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the War on Terror. And in our very front room, we have all 16 recipients, citation and photos from Afghanistan and Iraq today. So you can really visualize all of the wars the United States has fought in from the beginning of our history, and then get a reflection of an example of recipients from all of those wars. We do have 2 kiosks, touch-tone kiosks, and you can look up all of those men on the kiosk, see their citation, and even a video of those who are living after 2000. It is an award for valor, the highest award for valor in combat that a person can receive for action above and beyond the call of duty, in which you risk or give your life to save others. And it takes about, first of all, you have to have 2 visual witnesses. It takes about 2 years after that to go through all of the committees, et cetera, they must go through before an award is made. And in more recent times, from World War II forward, all the medals are awarded by the president. Some in World War II were awarded in the field, as was Mr. Coolidge, our local Medal of Honor recipient, received his medal in Germany, for example, from the commanding general of his unit.
Tell us about Charles H. Coolidge.
Well, Mr. Coolidge is Tech Sergeant Coolidge was awarded the Medal of Honor for action in France in 1944. But he truly is the greatest example of the greatest generation I could think of. He spent 22 months in continuous combat. He was in a heavy weapons unit, 30 caliber water-cooled machine gun. And on a ridge line in France, he, along with his men, defended against the Germans over a period of several days against tremendous odds. He brought all of his men back off that ridge line. The Germans advanced on it finally with tanks, and this is his words, when they got close to him, the tank commander opened the hatch and said in perfect English, "You must surrender." And Mr. Coolidge's response to him was, "You have to come and get me, bud." He dropped back down in the foxhole and the battle began again. And ultimately, Mr. Coolidge and his men repulsed those tanks with hand grenades. But it was an amazing feat. And he is most proud of saving all of his men and bringing them off that ridgeline. All his thoughts were about his men. I mean, this is our history. These are the men who've reflected the highest valor our country can speak of. And it is an award. There is not another medal like this. And in our history, there have been just under 3,500 men from the Civil War forward who received the medal. 3,494 men and 1 woman, to be specific. And today, there are only 78 living recipients of the medal. So we must remember their actions. We must remember their dedication, for they truly represent the valor and the citizenship, the courage, the dedication that we must remember, and hopefully our children will emulate later.
Folks, it is a wonderful place. We do encourage you to stop by. It's the National Medal of Honor Museum located inside Northgate Mall, which of course is in Hickson. The phone number 423-877-2525. You can also go to the website, which is on your screen there, mohm.org.